Well, here we are. IDW Sonic 47, the final issue of Trial by Fire, and our final issue of 2021. Before I continue, I'll place my spoiler warning here. At the time of this video's release, it's been roughly 2 months since issue 46 came out. But as I've said, this arc is part of the overall Road to issue 50 saga, and between the previous issue and this one, IDW Sonic started another path to issue 50 in the form of Imposter Syndrome number 1. As I speculated there, it's to presumably line things up by the time the big 5-0 arrives. At this point, if you wish to go on to the summary of this issue, here's the timecode right here. I'm telling you this now because I'm really going in hard on the spoilers related to Imposter Syndrome. Okay, here we go. Imposter Syndrome number 1 revealed the start of the forest fire from the point of view of the perpetrators. The idea being Starline wants to get rid of some of Sonic's friends, while making it look like an accident. That plan went up in smoke, as later on he read a news article stating everyone at the campground survived. Now that we know everyone will be okay, it's time to see the how. But first, a quick reminder of where everyone's at. Amy has thrusted Jewel into taking charge of the campers' safety due to her exceptional organization skills. At the same time, Team Tail buddies and their new pet Motobug rescued the park ranger's son, learned who was responsible for the fire, and got themselves into more danger. Everyone miraculously lands safely in the river. Tangle uses her tail to pull Belle and Ash onto the log, while at the same time enjoying some rolling action. No, really, she loved the experience. Ash, on the other hand, is rightfully scared. The upcoming rough waters are not helping. Belle's able to calm the boy down by assuring him that they'll both be brave together. As they go through the rapids, Tangle realizes this is what she wants: excitement, action, helping people, doing new things, and just going for it, like she did with Whisper. Still missing her, huh? Well, Tangle, one thing you won't miss is the waterfall straight ahead. Meanwhile, Amy, Jewel, and the campers are using the river water to slow the spread of the fire. As luck would have it, they're right next to the waterfall that Tangle's group just went over. Jewel and Amy pull them out of the water, and father and son reunite. The ranger thanks Belle for keeping Ash safe, and Belle says it's what she does. Oh, and the Motobug's fine, in case you're wondering. After Belle and Tangle explain that it's okay, Amy just rolls with it. Jewel's more concerned about the fire breaking through the area, and putting the people at risk. Upon hearing that, Amy's ready to throw in the towel, wanting to focus more on getting the people out, rather than saving both them and the forest. That's quitter talk, Amy. Tangle and Belle did not go through all that trouble saving the ranger's son just to bail, and you placed Jewel in charge of solving this problem. In fact, Jewel has a plan. A risky one that will require all 4 of them, but if they pull it off, it'll save the people and the forest. She has Amy and Tangle dam the river, while she and Belle tell the people to head for the park gate. As water fills the area, Belle and her Motobug companion help get the stragglers out of there. Once Jewel feels there's enough blocked water, she wants the dam destroyed. Amy is happy to oblige. The water soaking the ground will stop the fires from spreading through the undergrowth, and the trees in the camping area are far enough to prevent spreading to the canopy. TLDR, they saved the day. With the crisis over, the girls pat each other on the back. Then Tangle flat out tells Jewel she's quitting the restoration. Okay, that's a bit too blunt, Tangle. Jewel understands. Tangle's only with the restoration because of her, and she admits she needed her childhood friend because she wasn't confident enough to lead the organization. She goes on to give Tangle her blessing, saying the world needs people like her out there, and not tied down by the machinations of an organization. Sometime later, Tails is able to fix Belle's hand, and wants to take a closer look at the Motobug. The two hope to replicate its personality with other badniks, even if it's just a small group. Meanwhile, Tangle is with Sonic and Amy. Now that she's going independent, she's going to track down Whisper and accept her offer of traveling together. She also had another off-panel chat with Jewel, and they're going to try something new. We don't know what it is at this time. As they watch Tangle ride off, Sonic and Amy joke about how the latter never really got that relaxing vacation. Amy's just relieved that she and the girls prevented the situation and hope it was just a fluke. Based on his look, Sonic has some doubts. Back at the park, the ranger inspects the burnt area. Near a still burning tree are 2 sets of footprints. He then contacts someone, and together, they confirm the forest fire was no accident. And we end the issue with the Chaotix, setting the stage for our next story. In addition to being part of the overall Road to Issue 50 saga, Trial by Fire is a character piece for the 3 comic originals. Actually, it's a culmination of their character arcs that started at the beginning of this year. And all are indeed related to Amy's tarot card predictions. Jewel has finally gained enough confidence to come up with a plan to save the people and the forest. As Amy said, all she needed was a little encouragement. Admittedly, our hammer-wielding pink hedgehog's tactics of placing Jewel in charge worked out because she saw that inner strength. To be fair, Jewel went on a lot of adventures with Tangle in their younger days. One has to be brave to hang out with that lemur. And that's why Jewel was reluctant at first to let Tangle go. She was, for all intents and purposes, her safety blanket, which did come in handy when the Zeddy attacked. By going through her trial, Jewel feels ready to tackle bigger things down the line. We don't know if any future plans she comes up with will work, but I can say, whether she succeeds or fails, she will gain experience and be a better leader for it. Tangle's arc has her finally accepting who she is, an adventurer not tied down to any one place. That sounds familiar. Once again, she's only in the restoration for Jewel's sake. Despite handing in her resignation in the least subtle way possible, she does care about her friend. And Jewel, by this point no longer needing her Tangle security blanket, wants to honor her friend's request and let her go. There was that additional off-panel chat later on, and that new thing. I think we'll learn what it is sometime in the future. Tangle's now off to partner with Whisper, someone who is the opposite of her in every way. Nice callback to the end of their miniseries, by the way. Now I definitely want a sequel miniseries, or at the very least, see this plot thread continue in some fashion. Finally, we have Belle. I don't think I need to remind you of all the things she's been through this past year. So it's a relief that the wooden robot finally gets a break from all the suffering. Getting a new robot companion and helping a scared boy factored into this win. Seriously, Belle must have been happy on the inside when the park ranger thanked her. For once, a background character is not treating her like Frankenstein's monster. We never found out what was on the original tarot card that Belle accidentally knocked into the fire, but the one she picked up, the Statue Savior, does fit her to a T. Not only did she protect Ash, she helped get the campers to safety during the dam plan. Not bad for her first time being an active hero. She still has a lot to learn, but for the moment, she's in good company. Belle also kept the others from smashing the good Motobug on sight, granting mercy, as it were. At the end of the story, she and Tails wonder if they can replicate this programming onto other badniks. And Tails is completely on board with this. As he said, he saw previous Eggman robots defy their programming, although they were advanced models. This feels like more setup. And if this is indeed Tinker's Motobug, and Tails is able to duplicate its programming, in a way, Eggman might have screwed himself. As for the arc only being 3 parts long, I'll go ahead and say that I like it. The story is well paced, and each issue follows the basic 3-act narrative structure: setup, conflict, and resolution. I'd like to see more arcs follow this method. Not all of them, of course. Gotta have more issues reserved for the bigger stories. But for smaller character tales, Trial by Fire should be the standard. I'm just wondering how they'll handle the trades when the time comes. All in all, this is a good story that shifts a few players around, while still linking it to the overall threat of the Issue 50 saga, R2 Arsonists. And spoilers, Forest Ridge is not the only place they cause trouble. Once more, thanks to the last page of the issue, the next one will feature the Chaotix. They're going to investigate the chaos surrounding Central City's traffic system. Gee, I wonder what could have happened there. I'll see you in issue 48. This Monobug needs a name. How about Jammy, or Jerry, or perhaps Johnny? I don't know. Perhaps you have a name in mind for this guy.